What you see here is a Homestead Universal. This fan is a 52-inch rated ceiling fan. It can use anywhere between 3, 4, or 6 blades. I really don't know a lot about Homestead ceiling fans. I know they were a competitor to Casablanca. This fan here dates to June of 1986. It is a 3-speed electrically reversible fan. It has a spiral downrod, which is really cool because you don't see those too often at all. I got this fan from the Cary Habitat Restore for $10. We're gonna go ahead and take a look at it. It's in the polished brass finish and nice little blades, and you can see the Homestead tag here. It says Homestead ceiling fans. Like I said, I don't really know a lot about Homestead. I know it uses a stack motor, and then there's some specs on the other side, and you can see the date tag that says June of 1986. Homesteads in general are pretty rare fans in my area. They do not really exist. The Universal is probably the only one I've basically seen in person. That's because a long time ago, Burger King had some in their restaurants. And I think those were the only existence of Homestead ceiling fans in the wild. I don't really know, like I said, I don't know really too much about these fans at all. I know they use a stack motor in them, very similar to Casablanca. And I do like the fact that this fan actually has a feature, basically has a feature where it says upflow. It has an arrow for up and an arrow for down. But you don't see that on a lot of ceiling fans at all. I think that's a neat touch to it. It's got a little bit of a ornate kind of style motor. But anyways, we're gonna go ahead and turn this fan up on low and see what she actually does. I'll say this, Homestead definitely was big in the 6-blade game. Casablanca mainly had their 4 and 5-blade fans, but Homestead kind of just took it up a notch and decided, oh, let's just make 6-bladed fans, and a lot of them at that. The Universal is probably their most common model, and they came in a slew of finishes. I know they came in white, antique brass, polished brass. I think they even came in some funky colors too, with rounded tip blades. That's really all I know. If anybody knows more about Homestead, y'all can drop a note in the comments. This fan definitely has a nice little low speed to it. Very, very, very nice low speed to it. Anyways, we're gonna go ahead and crank this fan up to medium and see what this fan actually does. And yes, there's probably gonna be a wobble to this fan. This fan is not balanced the greatest. I had got this yesterday at the Cary Habitat Restore for $10, as I previously said. It was sitting on this rack that almost looked like a fan tower. It was at the very bottom, and I said, I've never had one of these, so we're gonna go home and take it. I mean, you don't find these fans, not in my area, not anywhere close to my area, so to find a Homestead is quite rare to even begin with. So you don't see Homesteads in the South like that, not at all. Now, I know other collectors do have these, so these are a dime a dozen for them. I think the rarest Homestead that has been surfaced is the Geneva Homestar. And I know that uses a system that is very similar to IntelliTouch. But I don't know if those were also pull chain operated either. But there's those, and I know quite a few collectors have Homestead fans on YouTube as well. But anyways, we're gonna go ahead and kick this fan up to high and see what this fan actually does. And this thing is a fucking tornado. Holy shit. This thing hauls on high. And yes, there is a wobble to it, but this thing is flying. Holy shit. Definitely got a good little breeze out of this thing. This thing performs probably better than a damn Dixie Belle. I'm impressed. And that's just to say the least there. Alright, we're going to go ahead and crank this fan down to low or off and see spin down. Sorry for my language there, but I definitely got a good little powerhouse up here. So if the 52-inch ones fly like this, that means the other sizes they came in, which are, I believe, 44 and 29-inch sizes, but they had like 2 different names for those. And then the Universal is like their main tier fan. I'm not entirely sure what model names or the other 2 were under. Monterey, I think, was the 29-inch one, and the 44-inch one, I don't exactly remember. I may be wrong. It may be just 52 and 29-inch, but like I said, if anybody knows, they can drop a note in the comments. This fan definitely has a nice little spin down to it, though. I really like it. It's beautiful. It's a very beautiful fan. I would almost consider this as a permanent living room install. Makes me consider it because I like the pointed tip blades, and I like 6 blades too. I'm very glad I bought this because I don't own too many 6-bladed fans. But now I've really hit a milestone in collecting. I've officially hit over the 100 ceiling fans in my collection mark. I've not filmed every single one of them, as some I need controls for, and others I don't have the space. Those videos will come around eventually when I decide to do some changes, but just stay tuned for that. But this fan's coming to a complete stop here soon. And there you have it. There's your Homestead Universal in the 52-inch polished brass ceiling fan. This is the Ginger Fan Man 92 here. Don't forget to like, follow, and subscribe to the channel. Y'all have a great day. Take care.